Yeah, what's up? What's up, everyone, and whatever. I don't know. I just, dude, for real, this Bang Energy shit is fucking no joke, legit for real. Like this one's the super creepy. I had like two of these things yesterday, and like when I went boxing, I was just like totally fired up, and I had like no problem. Like these things have creatine in them, so I mean, that's probably the creatine. But Jesus Christ, dude, I'm telling you, I was like, brah. Then I'm gonna have to get new boxing gloves. Like a while back, I was like, yeah, if I just keep punching, the thing will go away. It doesn't go away. It just keeps opening up, and then I think I'm gonna have to get new boxing gloves. It's the padding is gone. It's like every time before I start punching the bags, I have to like take my gloves over to the trash can and like wring them out and get all the padding to come out. And then I put them on and then I punch it and then I take them off to get all the padding out. And it used to be that I had to like sweep up after myself because there was so much padding coming out of my gloves. But now like all the padding out of my gloves is already gone. So it's like, why am I even wearing gloves? I just might as well get new gloves. And it doesn't even hurt. It's just like annoying. It's like every time I punch a certain way, it's just like fucking motherfucker. It's all that tender skin underneath the skin and all that bullshit. But dude, this creatine energy drink is fucking dope as shit. Bang Energy. It's got no sugar, all that shit. They're not paying me, obviously. No one pays you to get 15 views, but Jesus Christ, this shit is fucking dope as fuck. I'm like, bah. I'm like totally wired right now. Uh, I haven't gotten around to uploading all the videos. YouTube keeps taking down. I did put out a. It's like, well, allegedly, like you can't like. I can't say this, but this is as close as I can legally come to saying this. But what they used to do in like okay, the reason why I was saying that Ross Ulbricht should have his sentence commuted and let go, and not pardoned and let go, is because he was there used to be there probably still is. Uh, uh, you can go to forums and you can be like, well, I'm going to put this much money in an escrow, and I want as soon as someone does this illegal act up to and including right? Then killing someone, then the escrow gets released. Dude, there was this cop in like New York City in like 2012, some shit like that, like in the heyday of the Silk Road, and he was trying to like go undercover and like infiltrate the murder scene on tour, and he was like, "I'll pay someone $500 to kill someone," and he got laughed out of the room because they were like, "Dude, you know the going rate is $50. Like this is like we get crackheads and desperate people who live on the streets to go do this shit. The fuck you took 500 and like get out of here. You're a cop." It's pretty sad. So you don't do that shit. I do not ever condone any of that. That you cannot take someone's life. That's I mean there's I don't want to get into all that. Just like if you're in a situation where that's an option, you've already fucked up multiple times. That's just all I can say. We have laws and all that shit, and even like even like our corrupt politicians are like they steal shit and whatnot, and they're super duper corrupt, and they abuse kids and all that bullshit. So like that's a situation where like there should be a trial and there should be a court and they should be hung and shit like that because they abuse children. But like someone like stole your sneakers or someone like wrecked your car, someone was mean to you, that's some bullshit. You don't need to bring that shit up. And again, like the whole thing with the Silk Road, Ross Ulbricht was trying to get someone killed because they were stealing his money, and they were feds and they were doing that on purpose to get him. They were essentially entrapping him. So that's why it's another thing. But anyway, so there's things like that where you can be like, yeah, as soon as you get this bitch suspended, I'll give you $500. As soon as this bitch gets suspended, I'll give you like half an Ethereum. You can do shit like that. That's not illegal at all in any way, shape, or form. I alleged, and I'm not even the one doing it. It's all escrowed and whatnot. And as long as you swap your cryptos and all that bullshit, then there's no way to come back to you. And what are they gonna do? Like Susan Pajinski, whatever the fuck her name is, was fucking with some dude, so he got her suspended from Twitter. It's not illegal at all. It's not even against terms of services. I mean, the shit you're doing is against terms of services. Nothing I'm doing is against terms of services. So either play the shit. Anyways, man, I got that Rick Ross jam stuck in my head. Man, I'm gonna have to start. Like, I'm just waiting for Theta 3.0 to roll out so I can start. Dude, I'm telling you, like, we got some good boxers at the gym, and I want to start getting them more exposure and whatnot. Again, like, boxing's a young man's sport, man. I'm 30. I'm 37 now. Like, I'm still gonna fight, but like, it's like, what was it, Vargas versus Valdez? I mean, Berchelt. You want to know why Berchelt lost? Because he's old. He's a great fighter. He's old. Want to know why Vargas won? Because he's young, and young means overconfident and stupid. And the way he knocked out Vargas, like, if Vargas was doing what he was supposed to, he was like coming in, having his guard and whatnot, and he like came back and he was moving forward into a punch, and he basically walked into a punch. Because what Vargas did is he was just throwing fucking hooks left and right, and he, in my opinion, caught Berchelt with a lucky one, and Berchelt went down. But that's what it is. When you're young, you're gonna take those chances. Like Berchelt with like his like six title defenses was like, if I go in and I don't guard, then I'll get caught. So I'll go in there and I'll be cautious. And he was, and in his veteran mind of boxing, he was like, no one in their right mind would throw a hook, you know, in that scenario. Well, Vargas was just a hungry ass motherfucker who's trying to get a title, and he threw that hook. He caught him, and he won. That's what it is. Now, 9 times out of 10, if you're a young fighter fighting an older, experienced fighter, and you do some shit like that, you're gonna get caught. In this situation, it worked. That's why it's a young man's sport. Only younger people are gonna be that desperate. It's just what it is. And you can say 6 title defense, 10 title defense. It doesn't matter. Once you win that title, it changes because it just is. Now it's just something you're doing. You've already accomplished. It's harder to stay when you have to make yourself be hungry. It's really, really, really hard. Like when you're living on the streets and you're like, oh man, I have to run 5 miles a day just so I can go to the store and get some, get something to eat. Like you're gonna run those 5 miles a day. But when you're like, oh man, I'm gonna wake up in my mansion, I got my chef making me food, and blah 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 blah. I'll just run 4.5 miles. I mean 3. I mean, who cares, right? It's just I'm still running. It's the kind of shit that goes in your head, right? Anyways, so I don't have anything to really say. Just look, I will say something. I'm not trying to get into it all and whatnot. And this is about as much as an apology as they're gonna get. Look, Julia Song is a cool chick. She copies me a whole lot, and I don't. I mean, I know why, because I'm cool as shit. Why wouldn't she copy me? But I mean, it's just I accidentally pulled her into some bullshit, and let me just explain it away. All right, so look, a lot of these American bitches are spoiled as shit. So I was like, my job, one of my jobs sends me wine and shit, and it's really dank ass wine. And I was just like drinking and smoking the other day, and she had deleted it, but that crazy bitch who is fucking some 50-year-old loser, Jordan Rachel put up some thingy about how like look, I didn't know her dad has cancer and all that bullshit, so maybe you should go a little easy on her, and maybe that's why she's like pimping herself out to 50-year-old losers who wear makeup and shit like that. But I mean, uh, family is something. So I mean, like she had some like sad sob story that then she deleted, and I was like, hey Julia, just do me a favor, make sure that this crazy bitch understands that like if someone attacks you with a knife, you got to run away. And then of course, Julia being Julia, she didn't just she wrote a fucking article about it for Evie and then published it, and then she was like, oh, I didn't see your. This is the thing. It's like it says read. It shows you when they read your message or not. She's like, oh, I didn't see your message until 2 days ago. Oh, until 2 days later. Oh, what are you talking about? Like, don't worry about it. I was just drinking and smoking and just being in the mood. The thing is, honestly, it's like this. It's like this is what I was going at. It's like you can think bitches are crazy. You can think bitches are annoying, but at the same time, like you want them to be safe. You know what I'm saying? It's like this bitch really does. I really think that like her movie character, that's really her because it's like she is just. a salty, cunty twat, and she won't show any emotion whatsoever. And it's like, you act like a dude. Like, you act like a dude. In all your videos, you're like punching shit and all that bullshit. But like in real life, if someone the size of Jordan Rachel had a gun and a knife and came at me, I would just, and that would be it. If she shot me, she'd probably miss. She could be at point blank range to me and she would shoot and the bullet would just like stop mid and turn around and go back into the chamber because that's how bad she is at shooting. Okay? It's not that's just what it is. It's like when you spend too much time putting on makeup, you're not good at shooting and punching and shit like that. So and then they have all these like Queen Latifah things coming out where like Queen Latifah can fight anyone and she's a cop and all that bullshit. And it's like, man, and then all these like, look, women can fight. Women are really good at fighting if they're trained in fighting, but they're not punching. Most women who are trained to fight kick and grapple. They do taekwondo or they do jujitsu because if you do women have uh, different hips than men, which give them more kicking power. A world class kicker woman will kick harder than a world class male kicker. This is what it is. Just like a world class male puncher will punch harder than a world class female puncher. Just what it is. I just wanted to say, like, look, if you all need to understand some shit, the America you grew up in is gone. The America you're going to be living in is the Brazil that Julia came from. So if that bitch is telling you, if someone pulls a knife on you, you run away, you better fucking run away. If you don't run away, this is the best thing I can tell you, all right? If you come across a knife, and they taught this to us at VMI, and I've actually, that's why I've got some of my puncture wounds and shit like that. If you come across someone with a knife, and you are dead set intent on fighting them, and there's no way to get away, you need to try to get that knife caught in your bone, because that will give you the split second you need to get it away from them or to get away or some shit like that. Because if you block it with your bone, it will get caught in it. If you block it with a meaty part of your arm, it's going to slice right through tendons and all that shit. You're going to bleed out. If you come across a club, like a baseball bat or some shit like that, and you block it like high block, middle block, all that bullshit, you'll break your arm because it's a club. Okay? If you come across a bat or some kind of a club, you want to block that with a meaty part. That way you'll just bruise up, so you can get the fuck away. All right? That's more or less that's what I wanted her to say to you all. And look, I really do think Julia is cool. It's just like you guys have no idea how much I do not want anything to do with South America. It's like that I just don't. I have no idea why my family would come to America and then act like they're still in South America. But that's what crazy people do. That's why I want nothing to do with that side of my family. So that's my shit for today. Bang energy. Look, bitches who are in movies are hot for a reason, but they're probably also stupid because they have everything given to them and all that bullshit. And I don't know if Cindy Watson's in DC or not. I don't give a shit because I'm telling you, I don't know what's wrong with these people. It's like they all have like 100,000 followers, but $2 in the bank. I'd rather be the other way around. So the devil is a lie. All right, guys, peace out. I'm the truth.